friends. I'm Lindsay Morgan, nonprofit resource specialist at the Community Resource EnVision Center. But my friends call me Birdie, and you can too. Welcome to A Little Birdie Told Me, formerly known as the EnVision Center News Podcast. Around here, we share the good stuff happening in North Idaho nonprofits and philanthropy, the stories behind the work, the people making it happen, and the little things I'm hearing that are making a big difference in our community. So stay tuned for a bird's eye view of the true heart of our community. Welcome to the podcast. Today, I am joined by Kirk Mickelsen. Am I saying that right?
No, Mickelsen, but...
Thank you for correcting me. Kirk Mickelsen, fundraising and outreach coordinator for the Thin Line Community Support. Kirk has dedicated his life to service from more than 2 decades in the United States Army, retiring as a lieutenant colonel to helping build businesses and supporting nonprofits that serve our veterans, first responders, and families. Today, he's helping strengthen support networks right here in North Idaho through Thin Line Community Support. So, Kirk, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. So to get us started off, for those that don't know, what is the Thin Line Community?
Thin Line Community Support was founded about a year ago by Dante Ramore, who is a former United States Marine and is a counselor here for veterans in Sandpoint. So he looked into what was one of the things that our veterans needed, and one of those pieces that is missing is programs that support well-being. So Thin Line exists to support those programs that support well-being. You know, we can go where we want to go and get counseling or whatever it is, but there's other pieces that are part of that. And from the well-being perspective, we can talk about how important it is to work out, to be out on the lake, to do those amazing things in nature that exists. Mm-hmm. And so Thin Line exists to make those pieces happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's really treating the whole person.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. And I would agree with that. It is treating the whole person. So sometimes we say, oh, you've got PTSD, so go see a counselor. Mm-hmm. And that is definitely part of it, but it's not the whole piece. That, you know, everybody has something that makes them tick. Mm-hmm. Let's say. And let's say you're a person that enjoys the outdoors and mountain biking. We have that opportunity for you through Thin Line Community Support. So you're not only doing those things that you enjoy, but you're doing them with people that are also service-oriented people, whether they are first responders or in the military. You're there, you're helping to build the community and make that happen.
Okay, this is great. So is the folks that you're serving, are they currently, they can be currently in the military or in law enforcement, mm-hmm. and then they can also be retired, right?
Correct.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So, you know, our reach out right now as we're starting to move down what Thin Line is going to look like in the future is, you know, veterans, and then also that first responder community. So that is who we are looking at. So whether you're currently, you know, serving in the on active duty, National Guard or Reserve, or you're a retiree or a veteran, or law enforcement, retired law enforcement, first responders, fire, whatever it is, we're here to support that and work with you to help you be part of the community that can make you happy and like you said, do the whole piece of you, not just one aspect of it.
Oh, that's great. You really wrap around that person, it sounds like. So when I hear Thin Line Community Support, I think of Thin Blue Line. Am I on the right track?
I think so. I mean, that's a more of a Dante question.
Gotcha.
And I have not sat down with him and said, why Thin Line Community Support? But I think it has something to do with that. The fact that, you know, there's a thin line out there, and if we can increase that line, that people can stay not only mentally but physically healthy, that's what we want to do, and that's that is the goal, is to provide the programming to make that happen. And like I mentioned before, whether, not everybody wants to go mountain biking, and not everybody wants to do jiu-jitsu, and not everybody wants to work out in the gym. And one of the things, Connie with Honey Pearl Productions, we've had the conversation that we've probably got veterans and first responders that would like to give acting a try and be involved in a local production. So, when this one's over, and she has some veterans that are currently in this production of 1776 that's coming up.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah. So, if somebody reaches out to Thin Line and goes, what I really like to do is, maybe build a set. I'm really good with my hands. And so is there ability to do that? And then we could hand them, here's a great person, get a hold of Connie and talk to her about their set building and what's coming up next for them. So I a lot of people think, it all has to be this outgoing activities because we're, first responders and we're military people and this is what we do, but it all doesn't have to be that. It could be something as simple as, like I said, just helping build a set for a local production company here in Sandpoint.
Yeah, so something they might not think of themselves off the top of their head.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So when I'm thinking about your involvement in this organization, service has been a reoccurring theme throughout your life.
Yes.
As it seems.
Yes.
Where do you think this commitment to serving others began for you?
Well, I'm going to, of course, say my parents were a big player in me becoming who I am today. My dad spent some time in the Air Force, and then he was a park and rec director my whole life. So it was kind of cool being a park and rec director's kid. You get drug along in the evenings to all the City League basketball games and all those pieces and hockey and all these great things that I got to go do. And then I learned how to keep score and be part of that. So, my dad's service was in that realm where he gave back to the community by being a park and rec director and working through those people. Through that way to give back. I really didn't give it much thought till I got into college and met the Army ROTC instructor. And then what the leadership piece and the travel piece and being involved and serving my country was something that I always wanted to do. So at that point in my life when I was 20 years old, it was just a fit.
Yeah.
And so hung on and did the things I was supposed to do and then retired and said, hey, I used to wake up in the morning going, there's a total purpose in life. And what is the purpose now that I've retired? And that purpose is, as a veteran, to serve other veterans. And that's a big part of it. Now when I get up in the morning and I ask myself what my purpose is to help serve other veterans and help them work through whatever they're going through. Tom Lindley, our veteran service officer here, puts it very well. He says, as soon as you get retired and you get things in your life squared away, it's your responsibility to help somebody else get there. Sure. And so that's a big piece of that. Referring back to that and Tom Lindley and our veteran service office here in Bonner County, which is amazing. Him and Katie do a great job. One of the things that we want to do is work with that office. So as a new veteran moves into Bonner County, and Tom can say, well, what do you enjoy doing? And they can say, well, I'm a big mountain biker, or, I'm really into jiu-jitsu, or I really want to work out, or something we're adding is yoga, or I'm really interested in doing yoga. He can then point them in our direction. And it's one less thing that he has, he's got somebody that he knows that he can pass that off to. And then we'll take it from there. And that's the plan.
That's I could see how that would be a super useful partnership that way. Yeah. And I have heard you talk about the partnerships that you do have.
Yes.
And it seems to really make things work.
So we have some really good partnerships with what we call the legacy veterans organization. So if you think American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, and we have those presence here in Sandpoint, we have a great working relationship with them because one of the pieces that we work together on is that activity piece, because we can offer those activities to the veteran that is a member of the VFW or the American Legion that they currently are not doing. A prime example is the VFW post here in Sandpoint just voted to sponsor a scholarship to Thin Line, so that if we have a veteran that meets the VFW requirements, they don't really have the funds right now to, let's say, take jiu-jitsu class, we'll be able to fund that jiu-jitsu class for them. And then that will continue, hopefully for as long as the VFW Puss and Thin Line exists out here. Yeah, we're excited about that.
Yeah, I did just talk to those guys, and that again, that partnership really seems like a benefit to helping the community here. So that's great. What are some of the biggest needs facing our veterans right now that you've seen?
So here in Bonner County, we have some transportation needs for some of our veterans that live in the outlying areas, to get them to their community appointments, not necessarily to their appointments, at the VA hospital in Spokane or here to our VA clinic in Kootenai, but to their community care folks. And so actually we're having a meeting about that on the 16th of July at the VFW from 10 to 2. So if any veterans are listening to this, please come to that meeting and voice your opinion. So that's a big need. We lost disabled American veterans. We had a group here in Sandpoint, and that group's been disbanded, and they were the one with the van and able to do that transportation. So that's definitely a need that I think all of the organizations, including Thin Line, are trying to work and get a handle on how we can help support our veterans that need to get to appointments that are in outlying areas. They just can't get there on their own. The other piece that I've seen, and I've been here a year, is that community side. We had what we called Brews for the Brave about 2 months ago at Matchwood, which was nice enough to hold that for us. And it was kind of a fundraiser, but the idea behind it is we seem to have a group over here and a group over here, and our first responders over here and another group over here. And what we really want to do is bring those groups together. For example, we've got a mountain bike group, we've got a skiing group, we've got all these groups, but we need to put them into one location. And our hope is, as we keep moving forward, that's Thin Line. We don't want to take over a group, but if a group wants to become part of Thin Line, and then we're all in the same community. So if you wanted to go up skiing on Thursday with the ski group, we can put you in contact with the ski group. And so I think that's one of the big pieces here is, I think we had some great people with huge hearts that moved here and said, I'm going to start a nonprofit for veterans hunting. I'm going to start a nonprofit for veterans mountain biking. I'm going to start a nonprofit for veterans skiing. And we're not that huge of a community to be able to support all those pieces. So if we can bring those together under one umbrella, per se, and then say, we're all here to help and make those things happen. And what do we do to fundraise for those events? What do we do to ensure that we get the information out to everybody? And that's a big struggle, I think, across every nonprofit I've been involved with, is getting your message out there so that people can hear us. I mean, we had that Brews for the Brave, and it was, we filled the outside of Matchwood. And so it was really neat. But then we had people say, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't have any idea what was going on. And we're like, well, we had signs up everywhere. We had posters everywhere. So we're still trying to figure out how that communication piece needs to happen.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, working for nonprofits, right? And even our office here, we definitely operate on the principle that we are better and stronger together. And so I can see where you're going with that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
What does supporting these veterans and these folks in the military and first responders and their families, what does the support look like? Can you kind of walk me through, I guess, how the program operates?
Okay. Yeah. So, first of all, we can't do anything without, here's my plug, right? We can't do anything without donations and money to run programs and make that happen. So, just remember, if you want to do a little more than just put a I Support Veterans bumper sticker on your car, you can go to Thin Line Community Support and truly support some great programs. That's one of the conversations that we have is that please help. We need the help to make that happen. So there's a couple of ways. One of the ways is you just go to our website and you can see Dante's name and my name and my wife, who does our CRM management side of the house information. So you can always just type in the info, type a note, hey, I'm interested in this. But you will also find that there is sign-up sheets in there. So for our current programs for jiu-jitsu, for the YouFit gym, soon to be yoga, there is the forms out there to sign up and make that happen. Once those forms are turned in, then we get back to you and say, hey, here's what we have. This is what's available. Can you make a 9 o'clock workout at the YouFit gym? Then we've got those things covered along with the jiu-jitsu package. And then as we roll into yoga, which, by the way, we're still looking for a couple yoga instructors. So if somebody's listening to this that wants to volunteer some time to teach some yoga to a bunch of very, very flexible veterans, I'm quite sure. We would really
they've all got new knees and hips
I know.
now.
We all have new knees and hips. We should be pretty flexible. Get a hold of us if you're that yoga instructor. But it's very simple. And then the idea is that you become part of that community. And maybe we help you the first year through that, and then you're able to take care of it after that. And then you become part of who we are. Because we want to tell, one of the things we want to do is tell the story. There's already, even this program's been around a year, there's already some great stories about veterans that overcame things, got back in physical shape again, helped them on the mental side and make those. So we want to tell those stories about how we've made a difference in veterans' lives and in first responders' lives.
Do you have a story you'd like to share off the top of your head? Not to put you on the spot, but
I'm going to tell you I don't.
That's okay.
Dante's
It's
got
okay.
those stories, and he just couldn't be here because
okay.
he's counseling. I'm sure he's working with veterans this afternoon because that's what he does.
Well,
and that's his heart's
yeah,
into
right?
it. So there is some good positive stories, and that's one of the things I should have done, but I didn't.
That's
bring
okay.
it.
No, that's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot,
That's
really,
all right.
but then here I am. Are there? You have, I'm sure, a social media presence and a website,
Yes,
you said.
Yes. So we're on Facebook on the social media side, so Thin Line Community Support. And then our website is www.thinlinecommunitysupport.org. So you can go there. All of the programming, whether it is what we run or we support, for example, 1776, if you would like to log in, if you can't, for some reason, log into 1776, you can go to our website, and all the tickets are available for 1776 and how we're involved with that. Real quick on how we're involved with 1776.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yes. So Connie approached Dante, I want to say about 6 months ago, that she wanted to do a pre-funk dinner on the 4th of July prior to the play, and would like that money to be donated to Thin Line. When my wife and I came on board, we went and had coffee with Connie. What an amazing lady.
Yes.
Former veteran herself. And she said, this is what I want to do. And so I think there was 49 tickets that started for that pre-funk event. We're down to 13 left.
Ooh.
So if you
Hurry and
have
get
the
'em.
ability, yes. If there's any left, they will be available on the 4th. But please go out and purchase them early. It'd be nice to fill that event by the 4th so that it's done. And then also during the complete play, starting on the 1st and ending on the 5th, Thin Line will have, I think we're going to have 3 or 4 very nice raffle items that we'll have at the back of the theater that people could purchase tickets to support us during intermission and before the play starts. So please come to see 1776.
Yes.
We've been involved. Connie, I'm excited for it to happen here in
Yes,
Sandpoint. So
me too.
And like you said, there's probably some youngsters out there that are really interested in some of our history, and what a great way to get them moving through that, to take them to that play and get them excited. And then you get to go home and you have conversations about Benjamin Franklin and all those
Who doesn't
cool
want to talk
people.
about? Yeah. Well, and yeah, I was telling you, I'm bringing my 10-year-old son with me to the opening night, and I'm super excited to bring him. He loves history, and he actually has a George Washington wig that he had to wear for a project this last school year. I'm wondering if I can talk him into wearing
There you
it
go.
there.
That'd be awesome.
Connie said if he did, that he could have a photo with the cast.
There you go.
So,
That's
I don't
awesome.
know. But yeah, we're very excited for the show too. We're big fans of Connie and what she's doing at Honey Pearl Productions and at the Canada Theater. It's a great location, and they always put on such really good shows. Honey Pearl does. So
We're excited to be part of that.
that's great.
And then we also have July 9th. We have partnered with Panhandle Bike Ranch. And so we are having a veterans mountain bike afternoon. So if you get on our website, there's how to sign up and how to make that happen. This is the second one we've done. We did one a couple weeks ago, and then there's this one. So you can reserve a bike. You don't need a bike. You can reserve a bike, and they'll give you a helmet, and they'll drive you up to the top of the mountain, and then you can ride back down. If you're old like me, you can do it twice. If you're younger, you can do it as many times as you want to. And then there's a lunch that we serve, or they serve, and just as a service to our veterans and first responders. So we're excited about that partnership and moving forward with Panhandle Bike Ranch too. We're excited about that.
That's great.
And then we are planning again with Matchwood on the 31st of October, which is Halloween. We're not sure what we're going to call it yet. One of the ideas was Booze for the Brave.
Oh, I like it.
Booze for the Brave. And what we will probably have is a trunk or treat there in the parking lot. And it'll be from 2 to 5. So mom and dad, if you need a adult beverage to make a level playing field before you take the kids trick-or-treating, you can come by Matchwood and have a beer and go from there. So we're still working on that event. I think it has been penned into that time slot. But we certainly not 100% what we're going to call it yet, but it'll happen and we'll pull it off. And Matchwood has been amazing support for us and so far for the veterans and the first responders and this community. So
yeah, that's
very
a great group
impressed
there
with
too.
them.
Yeah,
very impressed with them. And then our big event that we have every year, this will be the second year that we have it. We have a concert at the Hive on Veterans Weekend. So it'll be November 14th, Veterans Day weekend. Not sure who the entertainment's going to be yet, but the Hive is booked, and we will come out with information on sponsorships, ticket prices, all those things to make that happen. Last year it was an 80s thing, so I was all about it.
Hey, I'm about that.
So we'll see what we got. A couple of board members working on the entertainment that will come in there. Okay. So that'll wrap up this year's fundraising for us. And like I mentioned, if you're just interested in what we do and want to see some of the things we're about, just go to the website, and it's pretty well updated. You can also send us your email, and we'll send out, our updates as we get them and move forward.
That's great. Yep. Those are fun events.
They are fun.
The Hive is another great partner.
Yes.
As far as our local businesses downtown, they've helped us with some events too. So they're just pretty great. Sweet. Okay, so let me ask you this. What are you seeing in our area that's giving you hope?
Oh, there's a lot in this area that gives me hope.
Oh, that's good.
I live in an area, I live out on Garfield Bay, and I'm surrounded by veterans. And they have made my wife and I feel so at home and so part of the community that's there year round. This will be my first year. I spent the winter there. It's kind of pretty much a summer place. So they've made us feel at home. If you talk about being part of a community. They've wrapped us into their community, and they haven't blinked an eye about it. And it's been wonderful. And the same thing with other veterans in this community that I've met. If you're out there and you're having those conversations with people, they pull you in. They say, "Oh, you enjoy skiing? Why don't you come Thursday to our skiing thing? You enjoy this? Why don't you come do that?" And I think that's where I believe Dante and Thin Line and us are on the right road, is bringing that together, because there's just some super people. If you want to go fishing out on the lake on a cool December day, we got the guy that'll probably take you out on a cold December day and take you fishing. I mean, those sort of things, and making you feel part of that community. I think the community piece that is out here in Sandpoint and Segal and the surrounding area in this county have a lot of hope and a lot of belief in what's happening here. It's pretty amazing.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, I came from Southern Oregon. I was raised in Southern Oregon. Did my military thing, moved back to Southern Oregon. Had the opportunity to come up here and move up here because one of my soldiers said, "Hey, you need to come up and check out North Idaho." And we'd been at University of Idaho. We were assigned down there from 99 to 2003. So we kind of understood what North Idaho was about. And it's a perfect fit. And like I said, people have just opened up their arms and said, "Welcome. This is kind of neat." And that's kind of that military community that you're used to anyways, where people are just accepting of you and who you are. And so we move forward with that. But I see great potential in that and great hope, and being able to, as a Thin Line organization, do what we're talking about, which is bringing all those groups together so that you, as a new veteran, as you come in, you feel just at home as you did anywhere else.
I do, especially for that group that have spent a career most of the time with high speed, low drag. They don't even know how to retire, right?
Yes,
like they retire four times before they actually really retire. So it's nice that you're making that transition just a little less intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about what was on the horizon, which you've got a few things. Is there anything else that you haven't mentioned yet?
Boy, not right yet. No, I think I mentioned we're in the process of, I think my wife went in this morning to put on some final touch up to the walls and things. The floor is in, so we're in the final stages of the yoga studio being done. And so we're excited for that programming piece.
Again, we need yoga instructors.
I need yoga instructors. So if you're interested, even if it's just, one time a week you're able to do it, we'll build a schedule around you and make that happen. So yeah, feel free to reach out if you've got some time. And I think it'll be a nice studio. It's going to be an open space with the floor and painted walls. So
where is it?
It is where Dante's office is, which is, this is going to sound, I'm not sure about the address, but it's right across the street from Utara Brewing.
I'm better with that.
Utara Brewing. Yeah, I'm better with that too. Like, tell me where the brewery is and I'll tell you where.
Yeah, orient me around any brewery in town and I've got it. I love it.
Yeah, so it's right across the street there, and it'll be upstairs. That's where Dante has his practice. So it's going to be right next to there. And I believe the people that own that building have been very generous on the rent for that space so that we can do that.
That's really nice to hear.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. Okay, I have a quick fire round.
Okay.
If you'd like to play with me.
Okay.
Okay, so this is kind of a this or that, so just say the first thing that comes to mind. Okay,
right.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Mountains or lake?
Mountains.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I live in both, so yeah.
Coffee or energy drink?
Oh, coffee.
Okay, great.
About 5:30.
Oh, 5:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
First cup.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Book or podcast?
Oh, podcast.
Okay. Detailed plan or adapt on the fly?
Ooh. Changing. Used to be a very detailed plan person. I'm getting better at doing things on the fly.
Oh, hey, look at
It's one
that.
of those
Okay.
Well, truly, that's probably a question for my wife, but I'm going to say that. And maybe
She's not here. She'll have to email me and correct this whole thing. Behind the scenes or front and center?
Behind the scenes.
Okay. And then this is my favorite that I came up with.
Okay.
Army boots or business shoes?
Ooh, Army boots every day. Especially broke in.
Yes.
Old airborne boots. Those things were the best ever.
That's fantastic.
Little vinyl uppers.
You're not wearing them with your shorts?
No. I haven't got that far yet.
I saw two
I've seen
people
it
last weekend in Coeur d'Alene like that. All right. Well, it's been such a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you for your service, first of all, and then also for the service now you're providing for our community. And I will see you at the Canada.
Yes, we will.
On the 2nd.
We're excited about that. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Well, friends, thanks for listening. I'll be back soon with more of the good news, but in the meantime, you can keep up with us on Facebook, Instagram, and at crecIdaho.com. Until next time.